So today we have a super simple, easy, steady track recipe meal that you can do at home. All right, so we're gonna be doing ginger beef with sauteed Napa cabbage and peas. First thing, we have our extra lean ground beef. I'm using 93.7, 93% lean, 7% fat. I have my nice spice blend that you can find that in the description, the full breakdown. Also, I have some shredded Napa cabbage, peas. Easy to do, just get a bag of frozen peas, little green onions for garnish. I have my salt, pepper, garlic mix right here and a little bit of ginger puree. So I have my 2 pots on right here. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. We're gonna start with cooking the beef first. You're gonna add about 2 tablespoons to that, and you're gonna add the other 2 tablespoons that is in the recipe for the sauteed Napa cabbage and peas. Have my pan already hot. I'm gonna add my beef to it. You wanna hear that nice sizzle? And you're gonna wanna break it up a little bit. If you wanna get some color to this, just flatten it out and let it sit for about 30 seconds. And that's gonna form a nice crust, and then we're gonna break this up. Let that go down for a little bit. Grab a plate. Oh, pardon me. All right, so that's gonna go for about 30 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead on my other pan, add a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna add the ginger puree to it. Give this a nice little mix to incorporate with the oil. You're going to cook the ginger puree for about 10 to 12 seconds. You just want to release that. While that's sizzling, we're going to go ahead and add our peas. Let this heat up a little bit. Let that go. I got my beef right here. I'm going to season it. And go ahead and break it up. And as I let it sit, it's forming a nice little crust, that caramelization right there that you can see. And you're gonna wanna break this up. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit longer. Now that my peas are heating up, I'm gonna go add some of my Napa cabbage. We're gonna give this a nice little stir to make sure everything is nice and incorporated. You're gonna cook this down until it starts to caramelize. All right, so our beef is cooking up very, very nicely. We're gonna do it again, shake it around, break it up. Just like that. We're gonna let that continue to cook. Probably another minute or 2 and we'll be ready to go. Our cabbage is working right here nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and season that with our salt, pepper, and garlic. All right. Beef is done. I'm gonna move that, switch burners for a little bit, and let this cook. Your Napa cabbage is going to start to shrink, so don't worry about it being overcrowded. You're going to cook this down for about 10 to 12 minutes, so it's going to have enough time to shrink and get nice and caramelized. All right, so this will be ready in probably another minute, and then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna start plating. Give it a little shake. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start plating. You want to make sure you follow the 1 to 2 cups of vegetables as your base, and then your 4 to 6 ounces of protein. There we go. We're going to add some of that nice ground beef. You see that nice color on your beef because you let it sit, it caramelized. It's going to have a nice little crunchy bits, and that's where all that flavor is going to be at and develop. This will be a nice dish for a nice bowl. You got Napa cabbage, you got peas, and then you have ginger beef. Simple as that. Another quick and simple meal.